Children of the night, what music they make.
They're all gonna laugh at you!
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
What's up?
I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm just gonna bash your brain.
Oh, welcome to Final Guys, and the Fab Four is back in his house because we're joined by our old pal Tim Meyer. What's up, man?
Hey, I just saw that. I guess Jason added my intro back in, and my hair is fucking outrageous.
You look like the lead singer from The Cult.
Holy God!
I don't know if you saw right
miss
at
it.
the beginning when we were starting, I started to laugh because I saw the intro sitting here and I was like, I wonder what that's going to be.
At least it's not the intro where I'm talking out of my bathroom, so that was much appreciated. Well, tonight, I know it's June 15th, but for most of us, it's freezing and it's miserable.
Freaking freezing.
So we decided, hey, let's watch a movie that's set in the cold in Iceland in the 19th century. So we're reviewing Hulu's The Damned, which I think if you look up The Damned, you pull up about 74 different movies. But this is the brand new The Damned. And I can't wait to get into this. I will tell you, I burned 15 pieces of wood in the fireplace to stay warm while watching this movie.
It's that cold where you guys are?
Bone
Like
cold.
It's like 60 by me.
We're going into the 40s at night.
It's
raining. It's 60s.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
I don't go
wanna-
outside, so I don't really notice
Yeah.
the weather shifts.
I want to move to Boca Raton. So anyway, as always, I'm joined. We got Tim here. We've got, what have you got? Drager. How do you say that word? Drager?
I have no Draugr? I don't know.
Drager Foo. Jason Brandt.
Hello.
And Jean-Claude Van Damme. Jack Campese. And I am the Gil Ghoul. And
Gil's gonna make a sale.
Oh, come on, Gil. My dad had that action figure. Although, can you call a Gil from The Simpsons an action figure? Like, what kind of action did he really do? Just a doll. I'm going to say this episode is brought to you by my book Combustible, which is back out in print today. Came back out, brand new cover.
Nice.
Very excited about this with Dark Wolf Books. So I have a special offer tonight. For those of you listening now live or later on, if you email me at huntershay1@gmail.com, subject line fire, and your country of origin in the email, you're eligible. I will give away 2 signed copies of this book to people in the U.S. And if you're outside the U.S., you qualify to win a copy of the ebook. So I want to spread the spontaneous combustion love.
Very nice.
Yeah. Figure what the hell. Why not? I'm feeling generous. My nips are hard underneath this shield.
Oh, wow.
Not just the cold weather.
No, it's just sheer excitement. Anybody have anything else they want to share today, Jack? Or is that for later?
I'm gonna do it during the news, unless you want me to do it now.
I don't know. We're wondering what the hell this thing is.
Yeah, I'm a little.
Well, all right, I'll do it now.
Yeah.
I went to StokerCon, which was in Stamford, Connecticut this weekend.
Yep.
With
right
my
next door.
friend Laurel Hightower, who was in town.
Hey.
And while I was there, I got to hang out with some folks that I know either through podcasting or from Scares That Care. Finally got a chance to have a conversation with Brian Keene. Had a couple of bourbons with him.
Who proceeded
Very
to
nice
punch
guy.
Jack in the balls.
Huh?
He just punched you right in the balls. I don't like what you said, Jack.
He tried. I was too fast. There was a few people I didn't see, but I did see Tim Wagner at the airport when I was picking up Laurel. I was like, "Hey, Tim, it's Jack from Monster Man. Hey, so that was fun. So it was Friday night. Got back to the hotel, and there's all people in the lobby, and that's where we were hanging out. And then I ran into an author that I had met before. Walked over, I was like, "Excuse me," but introduced myself. And I was like, "I met you a couple of years ago. Read your book, loved it. Had a nice chat." And
Is this what you wanted me to show?
yeah, topic of Jason Brandt came up.
Oh,
And we proceeded to talk about what a douche Jason Brandt is.
yeah.
And we went from, "Oh, yeah, I remember you," to when I left, we're like, "Okay, we're friends now. This is my friend, Amanda Headley, who wrote the book Till We Become Monsters." Tim, she loves you. She kept talking
Well,
about
I'm not
Timmy.
I'm not a douchebag, so that's
Like, "Oh,
probably
yeah,
why.
Timmy." I mean, when she says Timmy,
Wow.
there's such affection in her heart. When she talks
Aw.
about Jason Brandt, it's a little different.
To be fair,
So the-
that's how everybody talks about me.
Oh, that's great.
Those middle fingers are for Jason, then, correct?
Yes. Sorry. So the backstory for people who and for people who are listening, that was a picture of me and Amanda giving the finger to Jason.
Wow.
A couple of years ago at Scares to Care, Jason had said something that got misinterpreted and passed on to her. And so when the name Jason Brandt came out, she kind of bristled.
Apparently, I had beef I did not know about for years.
So Tim and I
Really?
naturally played it up.
Yeah.
And then eventually, Jason, you met her and smoothed everything out. So
Yeah.
we ended up we were just taking like a normal photo, and then we're like, "Oh wait, no, let's give the finger to Jason, and we'll I'll post it on the show."
Amazing.
That seems highly appropriate.
I have her book up here too. I kind of regret that now.
Yeah. So
Well, what you need to do is take a picture with the book giving the finger and then post it on social media.
You know-
Amanda Headley, if you're looking for something to read, Till We
Headley.
Become Monsters is one of her books. I think she's got another one out now.
What did you do?
I was
to
going to
her,
make a
Jason?
smart ass comment, but I don't want to start new shit.
Yeah, after the show, I want to hear what you did. You don't have to say it now.
Dude, nothing.
It was
Literally
nothing, and
Yeah,
she
Literally
was-
nothing.
she's not mad. We just had a lot of laughs over.
Yeah.
Because when I walked up to her, I was like, "Hi, my name's Jack. I met you at Scares and Care. I bought your book, and blah blah blah." I go, "I do a podcast with Jason Brandt," and I could tell she recognized me, but wasn't sure who the hell I was. And then as soon as I said that, it all came back to her, and she's like, "Oh yeah, you know Timmy, blah blah blah." And we just it went. It was so funny how quickly we just went from like, "Hi, who are you?" to "Oh my god," laughing our asses off. So,
You mentioned my name. Her eyes darkened.
yeah, a dark cloud came in.
I have that
That is-
effect on people. It's fair.
That is
Very
so
true.
funny.
Oh, that's hilarious.
So
Good
Laurel
time.
says hi to everybody.
Hey, Laurel.
No.
Well,
Wow.
it's not in the
All right.
chat.
My news doesn't really hold a candle to that, but I told people last week that I would probably have the tickets for sale to our live event. We're not quite there yet. We have the theater signed, we have the director signed, and we have the hotel. We have a rough agreement for a block for people who are flying in. Once that's done, hopefully tomorrow we'll get the tickets up. And so by next week, when I'm on here, we should be good.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, how many seats are in the theater?
130 something, but I think we'll have like 10 reserved, so we'll probably sell 120 seats.
All right. That's
We're flying a
that's pretty good.
director up, Tim, to watch one of his movies with us for So Bad It's Good.
That's amazing.
It's going to be fun.
I'm gonna go just to sit by the director. Keep going. Your movie's shit.
Ugh.
This movie sucks.
There's a karate guy in this movie. He'll kick the shit out of you.
Can you please reserve the balcony for me and Hunter so we could be the two Muppet guys?
Who would pay for this thing, huh? Yeah, that probably wouldn't go well.
Yeah, so it'll be outside of Baltimore, but I will hopefully have a link next week. Hopefully. So we'll see.
Be right where they filmed The Wire. So bring your guns, and
Hunter and I know that area very well.
unfortunately,
North of that area. It's north of it. You just have to drive through the war zone to get to it. No big
oh
deal.
God, bring your armored car.
You don't. You shouldn't have to leave the highway. It should be fine.
What about you, Tim? It's been a long time. What you got going on?
Yeah, I have a new book coming out in November, but the cover was just released on social media this past
they're
week.
good.
And the pre-orders for it are actually available on my website because I'm not going through Amazon for the paperback pre-orders. I'm just doing everything through the website. So if you visit timeyerights.com, you can get it. But here's a little proof copy that came. in the mail.
Yeah, I
nice.
dig that cover.
And yeah, it's like fantasy horror.
Look at the
Would you
size of that
mind
book.
reselling that
Yeah,
to
is
me?
that a thick boy?
It's 400. It's almost 500 pages.
That's
There
a
he
big
goes
book.
again.
Would you mind reselling that to me?
No. But yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. It's like Game of Thrones, but with like monsters and shit in it. So
That sounds awesome, man.
yeah.
You
Very
can
nice.
judge a book by its cover. And that's sold. So yeah, let's look at it. All right. What are the drinking words? Because, we got to get some people at least a little tipsy.
They are for Jack, zombie, fishing, or ship. For Hunter, watch Eva? I never know how you say that name.
Yeah.
Dawn. If I say slow, coffin, or park. If Tim says dark, Iceland, or Basque.
But there's no way he's going to say Basque.
I'm never saying Basque.
Or if any of us say the bonus words, Hulu, monster, or fire.
All righty. I cannot wait to hear what's in the news because this is my favorite segment of the show.
You could say it's award winning. It's the news. Yay.
Zombie neck roll gets me every time.
First of all, the sponsor this week for the news, Combustible with a new cover by Hunter Shea.
There we go.
Kid,
This book right here.
that one is
Woo!
available.
It's not as thick, although it is thick.
Is that available now from your local book dealer?
Sure.
Great.
I feel bad. I feel like I can't compare it to him. Mine's only like 360.
Does it make
pages.
Does it make a perfect gift?
Dude, this makes a perfect fire starter, doorstop, paperweight. Yeah, it's a very good fire starter. It'd be cool if I sold these with like oily rags and a lighter, so you can just do your own combustion.
Combustible lighters.
Yeah, it's an idea.
First piece of news: Netflix is creating a series reboot of Land of the Lost.
What?
I'm in.
And they're working with Sid and Marty Croft development or something like that.
Sid and Marty Croft, aren't they like 100?
They're working with Sid and Marty Croft's production company and Marty's daughter, Deanna Croft Pope, VP of
I bet
Development
she's like
Production at
80.
their studio. That is the thing that kind of got me excited about this, was having somebody from Sid and Marty Croft involved with this, because I want more TV show and less Will Ferrell movie.
Oh, that movie was so bad.
I didn't even watch it.
I hated it. Tim, if you go back to the hair you had in the opening here, you could be Chaka.
Yes.
Yeah, I could.
Me Chaka.
Hunter, remember when we met Will Marshall at the Chiller convention?
Yeah, and the raft. They had the actual raft
I have a
there.
picture with the slee stack.
It was really cool.
I don't know when it's coming out, but any of you guys see the Lost in Space, the new one that they did on Netflix?
Yeah, I think I watched the first season. I don't know if I watched it past that.
The first season I thought was really good, and
It was good.
I'm tough on Lost in Space because I treasure that series. I gotta watch. Did they do 2 or 3 seasons?
They did
I
2.
can't remember.
Yeah. It was just like one of those things I just kind of forgot about.
Yeah,
It's Netflix, so I'm
good thing.
assuming they canceled it after a cliffhanger.
Probably,
I'm
yeah.
sure.
Most likely. Parker Posey was Dr. Smith in that.
No
And
shit.
she was very good.
Yeah.
Like
She's
those are big shoes.
super
to fill.
underrated.
So we'll see Chaka on Netflix coming soon. All right.
Wow.
Remember Nosferatu came out and we were like, that was good, but we like to see Robert Eggers do something original. And then we
Yeah.
heard that he's doing a werewolf
Wolf movie.
Well, apparently after that, he's going to be directing his own version of, something remade again. He's doing A Christmas Carol and
Saw that.
probably having Willem Dafoe as Scrooge.
Does the world need another version of that story?
Hunter,
As long as it has Muppets in it, I'm okay with it.
Hunter, every time we talk about Dracula, you say, we don't need another Dracula. Every
No.
time I see Frankenstein, I'm like, we don't need another Frankenstein.
I agree. We
Christmas
don't need
Carol?
another Frankenstein.
I would take a Dracula and a Frankenstein over another Christmas Carol.
Mm.
Tim, you're right. We have Muppet Christmas Carol.
Yeah, I feel like once the Muppets do it, it's like no one needs to do it ever again. That's
Or Bill Murray.
Yeah. Is his idea just to like pick up the most overused storylines and just make a movie? I don't get it. Not going to watch it.
Hopefully it'll be 3 hours.
Yeah. You know what? It's not a horror movie, so we're not even obligated to watch it, so I can miss it.
it might be
if we-
spooky. He might make it spooky.
It will probably be really good. Robert Eggers is great.
Yeah, he's
But-
great.
At the same time, when we watched Nosferatu, we all were like, man, I wish he had just done something original like what's the one Mike Flanagan did about the vampires?
Midnight Mass.
Midnight Mass. Imagine if Eggers had just gone like, I'm going to do a period piece vampire thing, but like Nosferatu, but not actually Nosferatu.
Yeah.
Anywho, we'll come to that. Speaking of vampires, Hunter Shea hit me to the final piece of news. Here are Fright Night related novels that Tom Holland, the director, is involved with. There was a one called Fright Night Legacy that came out a while back. It was actually like a novelization of the movie, but it went more in depth. And now there's one simply called Fright Night that's coming out. That's takes place earlier. Let's see, it's gonna take place in like Manhattan in like the 70s or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, 70s.
Prequel.
So it could be Jerry Dandridge going to the discos. So if you're a Fright Night fan,
I mean, the first was great. The remake was pretty good.
this is a
prequel?
book. This is a book.
Yeah. Oh, it's not a movie.
It's not a movie. It's a book. They're doing like a Fright Night universe of books. So
Damn it. Tim, what's the name of your book coming up? You just held up? Godforsaken?
Godfallen.
Godfallen.
Yeah.
Somebody scoop up the rights to that right now. Jesus.
Yeah.
It's
Please.
remake shit. I don't know if we've just been doing this show too long, but I feel like every week I'm just more like, oh my God. Enough with the remakes.
It's endless.
Or the prequels. Or like,
this isn't a remake. It's a book.
It's a
Prequel,
book
right?
based on an existing IP.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Books suck.
I agree.
With that, that's all the news that's fit to print. Let's go.
All right. Let's get down 4 people talking about probably 8 movies or some mix of movies and books. Maybe a game. I don't know. Let's go.
We have such sights to show you.
Tim, you know I'm picking you first.
Damn it.
You
should
gave
be
that
do,
look
the-
like the kid in
the
class
back
who
in
doesn't want to
class.
get qualled.
I totally
Oh.
just did that.
Jason's drinking Voodoo Ranger, which I love Voodoo Ranger.
they're asking what I was drinking in the chat, so there you go.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
All right, you know what? I'll kick it off, and I'm going to kick it off with something a little bit different. Okay,
All right.
I am going to talk about a comic book because I don't know. I feel like we don't really talk about comic books too much on this show.
I agree.
Or at least whenever I'm here. So
Almost
I've been on a horror comic book like bender. I've just been like buying up whatever I can find at the local comic book shop and just reading through them. And one of the better ones that I have found, and there's only 2 trades out, so it's relatively new. I think it only came out a couple of years ago.
Mhm.
It's called I Hate This Place. which is pretty much how I feel about this entire planet most of the time. So
That's Chad's book about being on Final Guys.
wow.
Oh
Wow,
my
wow.
god, that's funny.
That is pretty funny. So it's basically about these two women who inherit a farmhouse in the middle of nowhere.
Oh, Jack rang the bell because we have from Mr. Toten wants to know,
Oh.
Jason, is there a live stream on Sunday?
No, it'll be next week. I know I said it would be this Saturday or Sunday, but it's not. I got too much shit going on. Next Sunday will be the live stream, where I can open this giant ass box I just got today. God knows what's in that.
Toten, that gives you a whole new week of sending him shit. So back
Get
up the
on.
truck. Sorry, Tim.
Thank you, Totes. Sorry, Tim.
Hey, no worries, no worries. So these two women, they inherit this farmhouse in the middle of nowhere, and it's basically resting on this portal or like this gateway into this other world, and ghosts, aliens, and like all these supernatural beings are like coming in and like just messing shit up, basically.
Ooh.
And they basically have to. They not only can they not really leave the property, but if they do, there's like consequences for them, and like they learn that pretty quickly that like they're kind of just forced to stay there until they figure out how to defeat whatever's going on in there. And it's pretty cool, and I dig it, and the art's pretty awesome, and there's just lots of like monsters and ghosts and alien invasion stuff happening, and it's just like it's a little bit of everything, and it's really funny. It's not something that takes itself too seriously. So it's like a good like comedy horror, and like the dialogue is really snappy. Yeah, it's really fun. It's a fun read. So
I got
I
back
highly
in
recommend
comics
it.
last year, so I even have a pull list, but I'm not getting. My guy doesn't carry horror stuff.
Oh,
I'll
you
have
gotta
to
find
ask
a new
him to
guy
grab
then.
that.
Gotta find a new guy.
Dude, I'm lucky I found a comic book store here. Oh. Bell ringing. Josh Barrio always ringing in with the fiver. We love your fivers. I wish we could get a foot long with it. Mel Brooks released that teaser for Spaceballs 2. Rick Moranis is signed on. Yes, we were talking about that.
We're literally
and
talking about
wondering, will Mel Brooks be alive when the movie premieres?
I can't believe 2 years.
Yeah, 2 years, they said. Does he want to make sure he's not around because he knows it's going to be a turd?
He's still going to beat the Game of Thrones books.
Oh my God, that's
Those are not happening.
No.
Unless he gets a co-writer, those books are not happening.
How old is he? Is he 80 now, Martin?
I don't know.
He's
But I
up
don't even
there.
think he's working on them. I think he's full of shit.
He had the golden opportunity because he said, all right, you guys are going to write past my story. He watched them shit the bed. Now here's your chance to really make a perfect ending.
Yeah.
And I don't know, maybe he's paralyzed.
Yeah,
by
yeah,
that.
the world's biggest focus group on how it should end.
Yeah.
Yep. As you can tell by the fact that we switched to Game of Thrones in the middle of talking about Spaceballs 2, we're all very excited for Spaceballs 2.
I can't wait till we have a Schwartz fight.
Yeah, I'm not holding my breath for this one,
Yeah,
but we'll see.
I'm still gonna watch it though if it
Oh,
does
yeah.
get made. And, yeah,
It'll probably do huge numbers. Where's it going to release? Is it
It's going to be on Hulu, I think.
Hulu?
Drinking word.
Yeah. And it's going to start, it's an all Basque cast. So get that word. You know what would be the funny thing, but not too funny, if it comes out Mel Brooks is alive and well and we're dead.
I just hope, like,
and also
when
very
they-
possible.
when they did the CG Peter Cushing and CG Carrie Fisher, I'd like to see them do that with John Candy,
Oh,
and
God,
Joan
no.
Rivers.
No, I don't want to see that. Nobody wants to see that.
Wow. All right. So, but Tim, I'm going to pick that up. I'm gonna drive there tomorrow and say, yo, get this for me.
Do it.
You know
It's
what?
good. You'll like it.
Yeah.
Was that a graphic novel or like issues?
It's there are issues, but I bought the trades and there's only 2 trades out right now.
Okay.
So
Nice.
I think it's an ongoing series that has issues, and then when there's like 6 or 7 issues, they collect in the trade. So
Gotcha.
Cool. All right.
Sheridan does make a good point. He says a new Naked Gun movie's coming out, so humor is winning. That's a good point. We haven't had comedies in a long time that were worth anything, so.
And that Naked Gun trailer actually kind of looked pretty good. Like,
It looks
it's not
good,
bad. Yeah, I'm kind of gonna watch it. And Pamela Anderson's in it, so I mean,
You were just turned on by Neeson in his underwear with the kilt, showing his ginormous package.
Oh yeah,
He's supposedly built like a Clydesdale.
really?
Yeah,
Good
biggest dick in Hollywood. That
How
could
do you
go
learn this
either way.
information? Do you Google who has the biggest dick in Hollywood?
You know he does.
By the way, I used to listen to Gilbert
ChatGPT.
Gottfried's podcast, and he was obsessed with cock size and like Forrest Tucker and Uncle Milty had the
Milton
biggest
Berle.
cocks. Yeah,
Pete Davidson's, putting up some numbers.
he's got to be carrying a Louisville Slugger with what he's managed to nail down.
I didn't realize I was on the Hollywood Cox podcast.
You are. And speaking of big dicks, Jason, what you watch?
That conversation threw me off my game. I don't even remember what the hell I watched. Oh, I watched Until Dawn. I literally had to look at the list.
Derailed.
Jesus Christ.
Like what's
All right.
done here?
So I wanted to see this in the theater when it came out because the director, David F. Sandberg, seems like a cool dude who's done some pretty fun horror stuff. Good YouTube channel where he shows how he does a lot of things. So I want to check this out, but I don't remember what was going on, and I couldn't get to the theater that weekend. And I believe this is based on a video game, which I have never played.
I played it.
Oh, you did? Did you see the movie?
I haven't seen the movie yet. I heard like not so great things, so I'm not like super excited about it. The game's okay. It's like a weird kind of like choose your own adventure, and there's really not a lot of like actual gameplay. It's like it's almost like a movie itself. I don't even know why they needed to make a movie of it because it's all like cutscenes essentially. You just kind of choose what happens.
Got to make more money. More money.
Well, from what I read, this doesn't follow the game at all, and people were pissed off about it.
Oh, all right.
Having said that, this movie has a ton of great practical effects. A ton. I don't think I've ever seen more people explode in gory fashion than I have during this movie. So that was cool as hell. The script is bad. Like the concept of the movie, these, I don't know what, college-aged kids are going looking for the missing sister of one of them who disappeared about a year ago, and they're kind of following in her tracks. And they find this, they get caught in this huge storm, and when they drive, they're going down a road, and they kind of just drive right through the storm front into a, I don't know, it's kind of like a lawn with a house, and there's no rain there, but the rain's all around it. And it's a weird place. They don't know what's happening. And then they start finding weird shit in the house, including like an hourglass. And when it flips over and the sand starts going through, a killer comes and just starts going after them. And it's kind of we've heard this before, a Groundhog Day for horror, where once they all get killed, they reset and they have to try to figure out how to escape before they all get killed again. Hence the name Until Dawn. They have to survive till then. Great gore. Stupid story. At the end of it, the first question I asked my wife was, why did all of this happen? Like, I what? So this is a turn your brain off movie. Oh, it's David Sandberg right there. Turn your brain off. Script, no good. But it's pretty funny. And I feel like we don't get to see gore effects like this too often, unless it's in a torture porn movie where I'm not appreciating the effects because I'm like, I hate this. This is like the old school fun horror. It just could have used better writing. And this, I feel like a lot more people would be talking about this than they are. But the direction and the gore carry it quite a bit. So it's dumb fun, I guess is the best way I could put it.
I can work with that.
Yeah.
I wanted to see it when it was out. I don't know why I didn't see it either.
There was something going on that
we did something else. That movie got garbage reviews.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm glad it's on streaming already.
It's not cheap. It's like $20. I don't think I would do that again. But
yeah, I'm waiting. I'm waiting.
Wait till it's a couple bucks. But it's fun.
In the theater here, it's only $8. Definitely not going to pay $20 to sit home.
Yeah, exactly. But I watched this 2 days ago, and the story is already leaving my mind, but the kills are there. So, for a horror movie, not the worst thing.
That sounds cool. All right, Jackie.
Well, in our quest to find movies, I suggested one called Marshmallow that has been getting some good buzz. And I felt like that name was something that wasn't going to grab you guys. And you don't watch trailers and stuff. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to go scout this one out.
By the way, I did watch the trailer for this one.
My suggestion is to not watch the trailer or read anything about this and just go see this movie blind. This is, on the surface, it's a kid goes to summer camp, and around the fire, they tell this story about this, like a campfire story about like the killer in the woods kind of thing.
Is this around Camp Crystal Lake?
Similar. I forget the name of the lake, but it feels like Camp Crystal Lake. And then maybe there's more to the story than we think. But I'm going to stop there because basically, just think it's a summer camp movie, but then it is way more than this. This movie has twists and turns, and you will be wondering where the hell this is going. And just when you think you know where it's going, it's gonna zig on you. It's gonna zag on you. It's an indie film. It's got a very great production value, but they do have some limitations in their budget. So there was a few things that I felt, especially towards the end when it really gets cooking in the third act, there was some stuff that I felt that they kind of had to say instead of show, because of the budget, that I felt clunky for like a second. But what I learned from watching this is every time I thought I knew what they were doing, or I was sort of like, they did something that was like, oh, are they doing that? Then I would like 2 seconds later be like, oh, wait. So like I would say it's highly original, even though it's going with really familiar tropes. I had so much fun watching this movie. You may or may not come out of this movie liking it as much as I did, but I think you'll enjoy it because it's a breath of fresh air. They did something different. They tried something new. And I just, again, I don't want to tell you much about it, but just watch it, enjoy the ride. And I mean, you've got to save any judgment until the credits roll, because that's how the twists and turns just keep coming.
Wow. All right.
So I enjoyed it. It's not a perfect movie, but it's a lot of fun.
So main feature.
I definitely think I think it's going to be a great conversation. Like, even if you don't like it as much as I do, I think there's a lot to like about it. Like, the kids in the movie are the actual age of kids at summer camp, and they talk like real kids. And it's, as you go through the movie, you're like, wow, I'm so not used to this.
They don't talk like Stephen King writing kids talking like
exactly.
Old Maine men.
Yeah. So when we're looking for a movie to do, and I rented it for like $5-6 on Amazon. So,
you know what? Forget 28 years later. We don't need to review that. We'll do Marshmallow next week.
It's 28 years later this week.
It is.
Yeah. Comes out Thursday.
And I think Mithrigan's the week after that.
Yeah.
Oh God. Okay, here we go.
1-2 punch, baby.
I've been to the theater so much. Oh my God.
Hold on to your vaginas.
That's so bad. Oh,
that's a douche chilling line, but whatever.
Tim, have you seen the trailer for Mithrigan 2?
Oh no, what is this?
Oh,
Megan 2.
Oh, Megan. Yeah. I'm very excited to watch that, and it looks good.
I can't wait to see it.
I was curious your take. I feel like people are going to be so split.
I really enjoyed the first one. I felt like it was like it was getting a lot of praise, and I was like, really? And then I watched it, and I was like, all right, this is good. And then the trailer, it definitely is not taking itself seriously at all, which I love. Like, I feel like they're just going. It's gonna be an outrageous movie,
dude.
But
flying warrior Megan.
Yeah,
it looks like straight Jason X.
Yeah,
That's what I
yeah.
think.
But like the fact that they're embracing it, like the silliness of it, is what I'm excited about.
Yeah. Good. Tim, we'll go together.
Yeah.
Well, they're Terminator 2ing it. So they're like, okay, she was the villain in the first one. Now we've got to make her like the anti-hero in this one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Can't wait. All right. So I went back in the time machine, and for my Patreon psychos, Steve Barnard was present. We watched The Stuff. Anytime you can watch a Larry Cohen movie is a good time in your life. And The Stuff is one of those 80s just fun, poking fun at the yogurt craze, corporate greed, diets. It's funny. I don't know why it just hit me this time, because it's about this white goo is bubbling out of the earth, and corporate America decides to market it as The Stuff, which comes in these containers, kind of cool pink containers. All these songs, can't get enough of the stuff. And people, when they eat it, are getting completely addicted to it, and it's changing them from the inside on out. And I realized it's food of the gods. The same concept of the earth is bubbling up milk, it's lactating. In Food of the Gods, it makes things grow bigger. In The Stuff, it just turns you into a kind of like a drone, and then you kind of you turn something from The Thing. After
when you say bigger, do you mean like Liam Neeson bigger, or
not even bigger than his cock? I'm talking
Whoa.
Food of the Gods. We're talking rats that are like 10 feet long. You ever see that movie?
No, I haven't.
Oh my God, it's a Burt I. Gordon movie. He is the best.
Food of the Gods is worth a watch.
Yeah, it's a couple of guys from the San Francisco 49ers getting ready for the playoffs or the Super
There's a
Bowl.
big chicken in that one, isn't there?
There's giant chickens. There's giant rats. Oh, talk about big cocks. There's enormous, biggest cocks ever put on screen in that movie. No cocks in The Stuff, but The Stuff is really fun.
Yeah, they're going to do a remake with Pete Davidson and Liam Neeson.
By the way, Garrett Morris is in The Stuff, and he plays. It's worth it just for him. He's kind of like a take on Famous Amos, the cookie guy, except he's like Chocolate Chip Charlie or something.
Jason, do you know who Garrett Morris is?
No.
Oh my God, he is the African American guy in the first group of Saturday Night Live. Maybe you know him as the cashier on Two Broke Girls.
I've never seen that show. I've seen only clips of that show.
All right. Well, anyway, our big main story tonight.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I know who he is. Yeah. I'm looking at a picture of him.
Yeah. He is phenomenal because he is also a karate master. So he's like karate kicking people in this movie. It is so much fun. It gets crazier and crazier as it goes on. And people making dumb decisions. Michael Moriarty is in this movie. Great hairpiece. He always insisted that he get to keep the hairpieces after filming. And he's just his crazy ass self. And I think he's a New Orleans private investigator. If you haven't seen this movie, kick yourself in The Stuff and go.
I haven't seen it. I've only seen pieces of it.
And
I haven't seen it since the 80s. I keep meaning to watch it.
It's not so bad it's good. It's just straight good.
I knew that somebody sent it to me for So Bad It's Good. And I was like, no. I've never seen this, but I know it's
I feel like The Stuff and Shud were two movies that I was expecting it to be like crap. And then I was like, oh my God, those movies are actually really good.
Shud 2, crap. But The Stuff and Shud, great double feature. I think it covers your 80s fun right there. So, and some of the jingles and the stuff will stick in your head. So I was going to watch it with everybody eating yogurt and just like getting it all over my face and stuff. But I was like, I couldn't find any yogurt in the house. I was like, damn it.
I know Joe Bob showed this. And so I saw a little bit of it on there, but not much.
You know what? I would love to watch it with Joe Bob talking about, because he's a big fan of Cohen. So get some behind the scenes stuff on the stuff. So yeah, there you go. The Stuff. And we're gonna go to little Timmy T-Rex, kind of a premiere.
Okay. I will talk about a movie that I watched maybe like 2 weeks ago. It's called Dark Windows, and I'm sure none of you have heard of it or watched it, or it wasn't even on your radar. I think I was just flipping through Tubi, as I often do, and I don't know. I just like thought it looked cool from the poster, and the description was like very basic, and I was like, I just want to watch something that's completely unoriginal. So
Tubi, huh? So you're doing the old Tim Lutzke here tonight.
Yeah, dude. Tubi's I love Tubi, man. There's just so much stuff, and not all of it is good, but sometimes you find something that's like worth watching. Anyway, I thought this was actually not terrible, so I decided that I want to talk about it. Basically, it's about these teenagers. The movie starts off like the first scene, they're going to a funeral for a friend, and then you find out that she died in a car accident, and all the other teenagers were in the car with her, but you don't really know exactly what happened in the car that caused the accident. And so they decide to like go on a getaway to this farmhouse in the countryside that's just like way by itself out in the middle of nowhere. And basically this guy in a mask shows up and starts to like terrorize them. So not like crazy original, but I thought the drama aspect of it and like finding out like what actually happened in the car and like why the dynamics between the characters are the way they are and the way it unfolded, I thought was really good and well done, which was probably the best part of the movie. Definitely light on the horror aspect, though. It doesn't really get horror until like the third act. But it's short. I think it's only like an hour and 20 minutes. It's not even a 90-minute movie.
That's our favorite kind now.
Yeah.
You're
talking me into
it. But with
though.
Tubi, it's an hour and a half.
Yeah, it's got some pretty low ratings, but I mean, just it looks like it looked good for. I can't imagine they had any money for a budget, but it looked pretty good. Like it looked well shot and competently shot. So yeah, I don't know. It was worth watching for if you got nothing going on, you just want to put something on.
I've seen that thumbnail and I've almost clicked on it, so yeah, I'll give it a shot.
Yeah.
Any nudity?
No, I don't think so.
Maybe
Get
not.
out of here. Get in the.
If there
Get in the
was,
bathroom.
it wasn't memorable. Maybe there's
Get
a
in the
cock in
bathroom.
there or something, a cock or two.
There's been a lot of cocks this year.
It's way too many cocks in movies. I'm kind of over it.
I don't know. I feel like we have a lot of ground to make up with cocks.
I got a
cocks
fever.
weren't in
The only
movies
prescription.
for so long, and now cocks are in movies, and I don't know. I just feel like we should just run with it and have all.
First
the
of all, I'm
for
fine
it.
with it being uneven. I just want boobs in movies again. It's a requirement. This is out of control.
Maybe we got to do a decade of penises before we can get back. We can do boobs and penises because everyone then is caught up.
No, I'm revolting. I just want boobs. We don't get them. It's pissing me off.
Yeah,
really don't.
It's strange. Well, we did get Lily Rose Depp's boobs in Nosferatu, so there you go. There was
I mean, if we go back and look at our main features this year, how many of them had boobs versus Schwanzes?
You got to do a count. You got to have like a counter going on every episode, and it'll be like cocks versus boobs, and then we'll see who wins.
The
It's
cocks
going to have zero every
the
time.
cocks way outnumbered the boobs this year. Main features.
Yeah,
Way.
I remember when I saw this was when Game of Thrones flipped because it was all boobs, and then all of a sudden it was just dicks, and I'm like, what is going on? That was a cultural shift I did not approve of, and I'm still pissed about it.
Wild.
Yeah, but you hum that theme song whenever you pee and look down at your micro penis. No.
What did they call Peter Dinklage in that show?
Oh, the imp.
The Imp?
Yeah.
That's my nickname.
Jesus.
Oh, this is twice we've gone to cock talk before throwing it to Jason.
And the Hound is in our main feature.
I should just leave this up for the rest of the episode, the way these discussions are going.
Yeah, that works.
All right. I read a book from our new boy, Greig Beck. I read To the Center of the Earth.
Oh, I've got that on my list.
Because we read Europa by him.
Yeah.
Have you heard of this guy, Tim? You read a ton too. Okay, so that's the three of us have never heard of this guy. If you look him up on Amazon, this guy sells books by the tens of thousands.
He's with Severed Press, Tim.
He's crushing it. His books on Amazon have thousands and thousands of reviews. So this guy somehow has been completely in the dark to us. And this guy's books are freaking great, and this is no different. So this is about a contest with a bunch of climbers who are trying to set the record for going the deepest, under the surface as you can. They're trying to set the record of however many thousands of feet that is. And one guy has a plan he doesn't tell the rest of them about because he believes the kind of hollow earth theory is true and that there's actually a whole other world in the center of the earth, and he thinks he knows how to get there. And he is correct. And when he gets there, shit is bad, like real bad. Giant monsters, giant bugs that just eat people, like spit acid on. It's like The Fly. They like spit on you. And
no King Kongs.
No King Kongs getting to the surface in 5 seconds, but there are massive creatures down there.
All right.
Just like Europa, where there's a ton of gore, but it's not torture porn gore. It's kind of like fun horror movie gore, where like creative ways people can die.
Yeah.
Just like Europa was, that's how this is. It's the exact same thing. My only real complaint is that people get over the deaths of their friends very quickly and start flirting with each other again pretty fast. Like there's like 3 horrible deaths in the previous chapter, and in the next chapter, people are smiling at each other. And I'm like, no.
Hey,
that's a giant bug, and that guy was just eaten by, something that came out of the sea. Like there's no smiling. There's no smiling in baseball. But that's my only real complaint with this book. It's fun as hell. I immediately bought the second one, which I'm reading now, and I believe there's a third one yet.
I think that's coming out later this year. I think. I could be wrong.
I think I saw the cover on Amazon, but it could have been a pre-order. I'm not sure yet.
Yeah.
But the second one right now is like aliens to this, where I don't want to even spill it, but it's going bigger. So I think this was $5 on Amazon. No, I think I got the first one free, actually. I think it was a promotion. I think I got it free, and the second one's $5.
Yeah.
Check it out. This dude, I'd say he's a hidden gem, but I think he's only hidden to us.
Yeah.
Apparently, everyone else knows about Greig Beck, and he's great. His writing style just hits me. His books are like 200, 250 pages, and that's it. In and out, crazy kills, fun stuff.
Yeah.
I dig him.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah, this guy's the shit.
All right, Jack.
So I was scrolling through the old thumbnails of new releases and stuff, and I stumbled upon a new vampire movie called Bogieville. So I watched the trailer. It looked like a low-budget movie, but it was like about a trailer park full of vampires. And they have the makeup effects that kind of looked like discount 30 Days of Night kind of sharp teeth and white eyes and stuff. I was like, oh, this looks fun. And if you have like a real bloody, frenetic vampire movie, low budget, that could work. Like I pulled the trigger on it. Well, what I got was a little slower and more dramatic than I was hoping for a low budget trailer park vampire movie. So I was kind of like left it like, I kind of wish that I watched this on Tubi rather than, I'm not really
I've ever heard you try to choose your words so carefully. Right?
Yeah,
like, it looks great. You know what I mean? And it's got some cool scenes in it. Myself as an independent film, I think they did a pretty good job, but like my honest assessment of it is I wish it was a little bit faster and maybe a little bit funnier. And even if it wasn't funnier, if it was like a little little quicker paced and a little ease up because it was kind of hard to follow what was going on, and you needed more teeth, if you will.
That's not good.
That's not
So
good.
I would wait for that to pop up somewhere on a free platform.
You know, Jack,
that was the best comment of the night, by the way, that you flashed up there.
No.
Yes.
Sarah says, have a woman lifting up her shirt, but then she reveals 2 cocks on her chest instead. I think I would just...
That wins the night.
I would just cancel my internet and become a hermit and watch old movies forever.
Cock nipples.
Anybody ever see the Tonya Harding Playboy?
Yes.
No.
I did, unfortunately.
That's kind of what it looked like.
By the way, Jack, I just discovered a movie today with Rudy Ray Moore, the guy who played Dolomite.
Oh,
and he's battling vampires. It's like Petey Wheatstraw, I think is the name of the movie.
I have a copy of that. I haven't watched it yet.
It's on Amazon, and I'm thinking of watching it for next week. So, Jack, if you want to check that out, the trailer with the vampires look absolutely hysterical.
Text me the name of it.
Yeah, and there will be nudity because it's Rudy Ray Moore.
There's going to be nudity.
There's going to be a main feature.
There's going to be a horrible shot of Rudy Ray Moore banging a chick that is going to scar your brain.
Yeah,
he does
barely moving,
movie.
Just like kind of like barely rutting on top.
I think it's Dolomite where there's a shot of the camera from the woman's perspective with him on top, and it's like, I didn't need that.
He's Dolomite, motherfucker. He can do whatever he wants.
What a legend.
Hey, look at Morgan's comment. Mudbone. Petey Wheatstraw is my dog's name. He does have a dog, Petey.
I hope to God it is Petey Wheatstraw. That would be amazing.
I need to see that.
All right. So I read a book. Probably Tim knows this author, Al Sarrantonio.
Oh yeah, he did a bunch of like Halloween novels that I have.
Yeah. So and those came out through Leisure Books back in the 90s, and they were really good. And he just passed away in January this year at age 70. So I said, let me go find a book that I've never read of his. And so I got this book called House Haunted. I'm going to give the review. I'm going to start it this way. This book on my Kindle was 320 pages. At page 280, I had no idea what this book was about or where it was going.
Wow.
And I kept saying to my wife, I don't know what the hell is going on here. She goes, is it like a lot of twists and turns? I'm like, no, it's just a lot of detours and more detours. And how is this all pulling together? And how is this a haunted house book? It deals with people from all over the world. Like there's a dude in Russia and there's somebody in this part of the world. And there's just these disparate storylines. By the way, that's an awesome cover.
Yes.
I think that was with Spectra Books or something back then. This book is like almost impossible to explain because, like I said, it didn't click until it was almost over. But I will tell you, if you do dive into this, all these people that are having these storylines that make no sense at all are all drawn to this one place off the Taconic Parkway here in New York. That has a spirit of a woman that's bringing them all there to do something to them. This is not his best work whatsoever. It came out in like 91. I was just like, I was hoping it was a leisure book because I was going to call Don Dioria and say, Don, were you on drugs when you edited this book? Like, or was Al like at this untouchable part of his career where you couldn't tell him anything? It's pretty amazing. It's good to know that even great writers can put out a total just shit the better every now and then and still have a career afterwards. So
is this in his Cocaine King days where he's just going off on tangents in these books?
Dude, cocaine, more like heroin. I don't know, man. This was pretty amazing. But Don't let it discourage you from reading his other books, please. I think he wrote dozens and dozens and dozens of books, but sci-fi and horror, and he's really good. This just was not.
What's a good book of his they should read?
Oh God, it's
Put you on the spot.
Yeah, there's these 3 Halloween books that he did for leisure books. If you just look up leisure books, leisure horror.
Horror-ween?
Yeah.
Orange Field number 1?
Mm-hmm. There's 3 of them.
Okay.
They were all very good.
I've never heard of this guy.
Yeah, I figured, So yeah, here I go trying to honor a kind of legend that passed, and now I'm just shitting all over what I hope is the worst thing he ever wrote.
Well, you mentioned his shittiest book on our shitty show, so it's fitting.
It's all right. There were no penises in it whatsoever, from what I could tell.
Maybe
I was
give it a read.
I was speed reading at one point. I'm like, if he doesn't care that I know where this is going, why should I care? But I finished it. I felt good. Does anybody have anything else? Are we all?
Tim, I thought you had a third thing.
Yeah, I did. I didn't know if we were doing 2 or 3, but I can go real quick. It won't take long. I've been obsessed with I've always been obsessed with Jurassic Park and anything that has to do with Jurassic Park. But
that's why I called you T-Rex Timmy before.
Yeah, I mean, so like the new movie's coming out in a couple weeks, I think, and I'm pumped for it. And so I've been playing Jurassic Park Evolution 2 like pretty nonstop. And it's very addicting. So it's essentially like a park builder. Like I don't know if you guys ever played like Sim City back in the day, where it was like you can build your own city and different buildings and basically run a city. It's basically the same thing except with dinosaurs, and you build your own park. You got to put up all the fences and like all those good things. And yeah, it's just addicting. So I've been doing that.
That's custom made for you, man.
I haven't even heard of this.
No, it's awesome, dude. It's real fun.
Are you excited for the new movie?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I'm fucking pumped for it. Can't
You're
wait.
the only one I would ask. The other 2 aren't. I don't blame them, but
I'm gonna see it because Scarlett Johansson's the star.
You can't really mess up.
Reason.
You can't really mess up a Jurassic Park movie as long as it's got dinosaurs killing people.
Did you see the last one?
I mean, yeah, I've seen it a couple times. It wasn't the best of the bunch, but like I don't know, dude. It's dinosaurs killing people. I'll watch that all day. I don't care. It doesn't need a plot.
What was the second one? Jurassic World 2? What was it called?
I don't remember.
That's where I was like, no. When they got to the clone shit at the end in the
yeah. I kind of like that. I thought it was different. I don't know. I thought it was cool. I liked it. So
hey, look, for dinosaur movies, it's as good as you get because your other options are just shitty movies on Sci-Fi Channel,
which I also watch, and sometimes I like them and sometimes I don't.
Yeah, so I get
Netflix, Land of the Lost. Come on, baby.
Yeah.
But I saw the coming attraction for that movie this weekend. I went to see Friendship with Paul Rudd, an A24 movie.
Is that good? I'm dying to see that.
Nope.
Wait,
it is
the unicorn movie?
No, he did another one. A24 will never work with him again after these 2 movies. It was originally I saw it was advertised as like a horror movie. Then it was advertised as the funniest movie ever made. It doesn't know what tone it wants to take. It's just a freaking mess. Is
that the one with Tim Robinson in it?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I kind of want to see that just because Tim Robinson's hilarious. So
yeah, it doesn't know what it wants to be ever, and it ends up being nothing. So
what was the name of it?
Friendship.
I have no idea. A24.
They don't always get it right. But when I saw ScarJo on the big screen running away with dinosaurs, I was like, yeah, I guess I'll go see that.
I do like her. She does good movies.
It's gonna be amazing.
I'm in.
The dinosaurs look awesome in the trailer. So.
Yeah, dude. They always look good. I mean, and you know what's crazy? Like the first movie, like it's the CGI still holds up. Like it still looks really good.
That movie's nuts.
I don't understand it. Sometimes I think it looks better than like some of the newer stuff. I don't know. It's just weird.
They need one where Laura Dern goes to the Bahamas and then the T-Rex follows her to the Bahamas.
They have a telepathic
Jurassic
link.
Park, The Revenge.
Yeah. Jurassic Park: The Revenge. Yeah.
And Michael Caine is dating her.
He's still alive. We can get him out there.
And he's got Schwantz. It looks like a baby's arm holding an apple.
Well, now I think his balls hit the water every time he takes a shit. $5. Josh Barrio. Here we go. Gareth Edwards is a good director. Only reason I would watch a new Jurassic Park.
Oh, I didn't know he was doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
And David Kep wrote the screenplay for it. And the guy who wrote the original.
Oh, shit.
So.
Does a T-Rex go to the center of the earth and then look up and see Scarlett Johansson on the surface
Taking
and then
a shower.
immediately? Or is there some kind of magical axe technology that will appear?
Listen, are we going to see dinosaur cock? That's all I want to know.
Oh, I want to see dinosaurs banging.
Swear to God, if I see a T-Rex dick, I'm going to be so pissed.
Let's not forget, this isn't going to be the first time that Scarlett Johansson is facing off against CG monsters, because she was in Eight-Legged Freaks.
Oh,
was she?
yeah.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, she was like a teenager. She was Kari Wurr's daughter.
Yeah.
I saw that in the theater when it came out, and I haven't even thought of it since. I didn't know she was in that. Oh.
She's the best. I love her.
I remember the CG sucked then, so I can't imagine now how bad it must look.
Yeah, whatever. You got Scarlett Johansson and Kari Wurr. What more do you need?
I know. That's like...
Come on.
Can't argue with that. All right.
All right. By the way, put on your parkas because we're going to Iceland because it's time to dig into the hilarious movie on Hulu, The Damned.
You like scary movies?
Uh-huh.
What's your favorite scary movie?
I don't know.
You have to have a favorite. What comes to mind?
This was a great way to cap a happy Father's Day, to sit down and watch a morose Icelandic horror movie. But, you know, this is what we do. This is what we do for you people who watch and listen. Jack, I'm not asking you for a poem.
I don't have a poem or a song or anything.
It would be a tough one. I was actually trying to make one. And I was like, no, it just doesn't inspire poetry.
I mean, Jason already saw this. It was basically this fishing village in Iceland. And a boat is going by and gets stuck in the rocks and is stranded. And the people in the village are trying to decide if they should go rescue them or not. But they decide it's too dangerous, so they don't. And then some of the boat stuff floats to shore, so they like start to look for more supplies and stuff that are floating in. And then sort of the consequences of making that choice come back to haunt the village. And the main character is a woman who owns the boat in the village.
Yes, she's there.
And a lot of dark crap happens. And the Hound from Game of Thrones is also in this movie.
Who I did not recognize at all while watching.
Me either.
I heard his voice and I was like, is that the Hound?
We saw the Hound's dick in Game of Thrones. It's ridiculous.
But not here.
No, thank God.
Covered. All right. I'll jump in this later. All right, Jason, I know you saw this already. Do you want to give a quick recap of your feelings?
It's been months since I've seen this, but I liked it. I didn't love the ending, but I think this is a movie that I could see people really loving the ending or thinking that the ending ruins the movie. I didn't think it ruined it. I didn't think it fit particularly well. Although it does add to the absolute dire nature of the whole thing. But it's an incredibly well-made movie. A lot of natural lighting. I love the candles and fireplaces light half the movie. It's very well made in that regard. Yeah. I think it's just going to hinge on did you like the ending or not. So I'm really curious to hear what you guys think. But I liked it. It's not going to make my list, but I liked it.
Right. Tim.
Yeah, I watched this earlier today, and I already forgot most of everything that happens in this movie. But
Wow.
I didn't not like it. I don't know. It is well made. Also, I kind of messed up, guys. I watched this on an iPad in the middle of the day, and I
Oh,
feel like
gee.
this is a movie that you need
In a
to watch
sauna.
probably like at night, like no lights, or like honestly, I probably would have been a lot better if I had seen it in theaters. But I mean, every movie is like better in theaters, right?
Yeah.
But like, I feel like this
Not
definitely
Bogieville.
was made for the big screen, and yeah, because like Jason said, like the lighting is very well done, and a lot of like the candlelit scenes were like hard to see. So,
Oh,
but
dude, that sucks.
yeah. So I mean, that's my fault though. I'm an idiot who watched this on their iPad. So, but I did like it. I thought it was like a cool little mystery. Kind of didn't really know what was going on throughout it, and thought the acting was good too. So yeah, it was a very well crafted movie. I just didn't like. I don't know. It's a me problem. It's a me problem.
Well, you definitely watched it the wrong way.
Yeah, for sure.
That's
That's
going
enough.
to affect it right there.
This has got to be like the third or fourth movie you haven't liked on this show.
I did not like it. I thought it was good. I just like it. I wish I had seen it under better in a better environment. You know.
Well, look, you only have done probably about 150 episodes, so that's a lot of movies you haven't liked, 3 or 4. Jack, I'm interested.
If I was to go into the Tim Meyer categorization of a movie, it's for slow burn psychological horror, Icelandic, dark, potentially supernatural, wet movies.
Wet
movies. This is definitely not a wet movie.
What?
What? There's dampness all around. They're always wet
at the time.
You couldn't see it though.
I mean, yeah, if that's the way you're talking about.
Tim's like, there's water in this movie?
No, he's still on the.
I'm still on the cocks. I'm still on the
Yeah.
cocks.
I
I can't
it.
get off the cocks.
He's talking moist.
It was a sausage
Fucking
fest movie.
moist.
This is a good movie, but it is a slow burn psychological horror movie, so it lacks the kind of punch that something like Bring Her Back had, or those unforgettable moments in The Witch. This movie had a lot of good parts to it, and it's great. And I like this movie a lot, but it's not really fun, and it doesn't have any kind of scenes that you go, oh my God, you got to see this like the game changer moment in it. It's just pretty good. I think Jason's right about the ending. The ending is kind of like, oh, okay. So I think it's good. It pushed down some other stuff on my list that shouldn't be on my list, but I'm really hoping that a lot of movies that are at the bottom of my list are not on my list by the time the end of the year comes.
Yeah.
So, but I think it's it's for Hulu, definitely worth a watch, but
yeah,
don't watch it like Tim watched it. Watch it when you're wide awake and you can pay attention on a big screen and, be ready to pay attention.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I watched correctly. I watched it on my 70+ inch television on a cold night with a fire going and no other lights on.
There you go.
So it was cool. I've got the firelight behind me, and there's the firelight going on the screen. So I felt like I was in that awful, probably BO stinking fish stinking cabin that they were all kind of sharing. It's not a fun movie. It's made almost too well to be a horror movie. Like this would be, there seemed to be so much care. It's like that you'd give that to a drama. And I felt this is very dramatic. All the performances.
It's almost more of a drama than a horror movie.
Yeah. But I mean, the horror stuff is cool. There is a scene, like I only ask, give me a scene or two that's going to linger with me. There is a scene that we could talk about in spoilers that I was like, ugh. And I dug it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I liked the ending. I thought the ending was really cool. My wife called the ending like an hour in. Like, what clue did you have? She just throws shit on the wall every now and then. She's right.
My wife does the same thing.
I was like, what? But yeah, I really think this is a very good movie. I had the atmosphere right. It's not a movie I'm going to be like, oh, I got nothing else to do. Let me pop this in. No, I'm going to watch the stuff or Food of the Gods.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm glad I saw this movie. It's really a very, very good horror flick. It's just, you got to be in the right frame of mind for something like this.
It's not a big rewatch movie, that's for sure.
Mm-mm.
No, but it's an elevation of the genre, and I like to see that kind of art is put into horror movies.
Yeah, it's good quality. Like when you watch a lot of other stuff that you're just like, oh, what is this, like, commercial crap or low budget bullshit, and then you get something like this, like, oh, they put a lot of thought into this, and the production, and whatever CG they did blends really well with. I'm sure that boat was CG out there, and that was looked great.
Between this and Deadliest Catch, man, you don't want to be a fisherman. That seems to be the shittiest job on earth.
To your point, I was telling you guys before we started, I watched a cult found footage movie shot in a townhouse this week, and this compared to that, this is high art. It's like unbelievable production quality. So compared to most of the shit I watch, this is mind blowing.
Yeah,
it's not fun. It's not that I didn't like it. I did like it, but I'm really curious to hear about the ending with you guys, because, like you said, Jack, to me, the ending of The Witch puts the movie over the top, and the ending of this brought the movie down a bit for me. But I honestly can see it going either way for people.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, I really dug the ending.
It's kind of the difference. Are you a boob movie guy or a dick movie guy? I'm a boob movie guy, so I thought the ending pulled it down.
I like to have them both mashed together. They call that in England a soapy titwank. All right, Jack, why don't you ring the spoiler bell?
I can't wait till this gets demonetized 5 minutes after we finish.
Good. I'm tired of those stupid ads coming on our show.
So this is a psychological horror movie, and the thing I was watching for the whole time, so I kind of predicted the ending, because the ending is vague.
Until it's not, right? Like,
yeah, I thought
the very end, I didn't think was vague. The very end.
Well, you're trying. Can't you say that this movie either was supernatural or it could have been all in their heads?
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was supernatural till the very end. I thought the end said that it wasn't.
It was.
I thought it left it open to interpretation, but you pay attention to stuff closer than I did. So
I thought it solved the mystery right there. It was just the superstition, isolation.
But what's causing that?
I think it's the fact that they were starving.
Freezing. You could blame it on the supernatural presence messing with them.
Yeah, but again, it's been a long time since I watched this, but I thought the guy came from the boat. He's the one who ate the fish. He took his brother out of the casket and buried him.
Yep.
And then at the end, he was trying to talk to her as a human and show her. Oh, what was the language? Basque?
Basque? Sure.
Whatever the hell that language was. He had the watch. Like, I thought the very end said that it wasn't supernatural, that they were just losing their minds and starving, and this dude was not fucking with them, but doing stuff around them while they were getting hammered and not eating all night. So yeah, the very end to me made it seem like it's not supernatural at all, and that's why I was like, oh.
It was mass hysteria caused by superstition. Semen superstition.
Dogs and cats. Yeah, so if you're a sick bastard and you like seeing people tortured by mental illness, then you'll probably love this ending.
Who doesn't like that? By the way, the scene that got me was when they pulled those guys out of the water, and then the one guy, you see the stomach moving, he goes, oh, he's alive.
That's great.
And he slits that stomach with the eels coming out and the guts.
Yeah.
I was like,
that was the best scene I thought in the movie.
Yeah. That happened during the daylight, so Tim could see that scene.
I actually saw what was going on there.
And they pulled him out of water. There was water there too. It was really cool.
Tim, could you see the ending? What did you think of it?
Yeah, I thought it was not supernatural, and I thought they were all just like super hungry. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
As well. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It didn't seem like it just seemed like they were all like very superstitious throughout the entire movie, but like nothing was actually like that was one of the things I was like going through the movie. I was just like, there's like nothing actually happening here. I thought. Like
Yeah, they're
even
preying
when
on
the
themselves.
woman disappears and then she finds her body later frozen up in the mountains a little bit. It's like, yeah, she just froze to death. Was my first thought. So then when she sees the Draugr or whatever the hell it's called at the end, I was like, oh, it is supernatural. And then what I really didn't like about the ending, other than it not being supernatural, at least from what I'm understanding, is that she couldn't understand what the guy was saying in her own flashback, but we got subtitles, so we knew what he was saying.
Yeah, that was weird.
It felt like a cheat to me. Like, how are we supposed... Like, we know what this guy's saying, but she had no clue? Like, I don't know. I didn't like that part.
Well, maybe he was not speaking her language.
He wasn't speaking her language. He was speaking Bosk or whatever the hell it is.
Yeah, so there you go. But you
Isn't
got to tell us
Bosk one of
what's
the
going on.
bounty hunters with Boba Fett?
That's the pit with the teeth, right?
No, that was a Sarlacc.
Yeah, just...
Oh, boy.
But-
And I love
there's a
isolation
Sarlacc in
movies.
this.
I mean, the isolation movies always get me. I love when you just get people where they're just stuck.
Yeah, this had little thing going.
Although
Little thing.
I would have been out of there much sooner.
Immediately, when they're like, we don't have enough food. See you, pals.
Well, I'll tell you what, they only had the Hound for like a day of shooting because I couldn't believe he was the first one to get killed.
Yeah.
That was shocking.
That was like killing Drew Barrymore in Scream.
Yeah, I thought he was going to be the star. By the way, they had no food, but they had lots of access to wood. I didn't see a single tree anywhere, but man, they could whip up sick coffins in no time.
Yeah, I was like, what asshole put this hunting camp here? There's nothing here.
But I guess I have to look it up. I guess they really did that stuff back then. Those were men. We are just
I wouldn't
we
last
are
5 minutes in this
milquetoast
place.
fairies.
I really liked the scene of the boat sinking in the distance. I thought that looked phenomenal.
Yeah.
I'm sure you saw all of that, Tim.
I don't know what you're talking about right now.
He got the idea that a boat sank from context clues.
So the scene, Tim, the scene where the guys on the rocks attack the rowboat is all in the dark, so you probably didn't see any of that.
Yeah,
Oh,
I don't know
yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Are you for real?
Yeah, like I watched like it was bad.
This is kind of like when Tim watched that movie and the bar was blocking the subtitles.
No, that was
You're like, I had no idea what they were saying.
What was that?
Quiet Place Part 2.
Yeah, like the most important movie to have subtitles. He's like,
I didn't think there was I thought they were just really good at acting, and like
I forgot about that.
and then I moved like halfway in the theater, and like there was like a I don't know, one of those like safety bars that were
handrail?
just like like a handrail, and it was blocking the subtitles.
Oh, that's awesome.
Also, for some reason there weren't subtitles in this movie either. Like it wasn't an option, and like I usually like to have subtitles on while I watch.
Could you
movies.
read them if it was that small?
Yeah.
I mean, you are 40 now. The eyes aren't the same.
Yeah.
Actually, it's been so long. I remember the end as having subtitles, but was the guy just speaking his language to her, or was it subtitled? It's been a long time since
there was no subtitles on
I watched this on Saturday, and this whole thing is a blur to me.
There was so when it was the ghoul thing.
Yeah, at the very end.
Her
flashback to what actually happened.
Her flashback, there was the subtitles. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
What I remembered, but That was a lot of beers ago.
I was stone cold sober, but I was also very warm. It felt so good. I feel like I'm turning into George Lutz from Amityville Horror, just like hovering over my fireplace all the time. And I've got all these trees and branches that fell in the storms. I'm like, I've got endless wood. I can just keep
It's
going.
cold tonight, and it's going to be like 90 degrees on Thursday.
I cannot wait. All right. Do we have anything else to talk about this movie other than I suggest you watch it? If you're a horror fan, I mean, it's really.
I think you should watch it, but I
cool
think
to
you
look
should
at.
watch it the way you did on a big screen, because
Yeah.
I watched it on kind of a small TV that was on the other side of the room in the middle of the day, and I was a little distracted, and so I watched it, but I wasn't really absorbing it as much, but I still enjoyed it.
I think you should watch it like Tim. So at the end, you have no fucking clue what's happening, and you
I
think
have
it's a
no
great mystery.
fucking. That's why I thought it was such a good mystery, because I don't know what the fuck was going on in the movie.
The only worst way
Yeah,
to
you
watch
watch
is
it.
through a ViewMaster.
Yeah.
Just with just
Or
one
like on your
disc.
phone.
Click
Yeah,
through.
no, it was bad. It was my fault, but whatever.
You know the writer's going to watch this tomorrow and be like, "What assholes."
Yeah, listen, at least I'm honest.
We're recommending his
Exactly.
movie.
We are.
Yeah, I
Hello.
still recommend it. Like, it was visually, it was fucking amazing.
I would totally get the ViewMaster Steelbook.
Oh my god.
Well, how many steelbooks do you have in your collection, do you think?
I don't know, man. I just find them.
Can't even
cheap,
count.
I'll buy them.
How
Maybe
big
like
do you think your
5
movie
or 6.
collection is in general? You've got a.
I mean, it's like that row is all 4Ks, and then I got like some DVDs over here. So not
You don't
much.
have, like-
It used to be huge, and I got rid of a lot of them just because we'd moved like 3 times in 3 years, and
Ugh.
I was just like, I'm tired of lugging 18 boxes of DVDs.
I
So
totally
you have
get it.
a 4K collection, which means you have a 4K player and TV, and you watch this movie on an iPad on your shitter.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I was working and I had the iPad over here, and I was like,
I'm amazed how you do that. One day you explained to me, you were like, yeah, I watch a movie, then I put it on pause, I work, and then 2 minutes later I go back. I'm like, how
Yeah.
can you watch a movie in like 3-4
Yeah,
minute
I can't do it.
increments?
it depends on the movie. I really don't like doing it when with movies like I've never seen before, like this.
Yeah.
Like I don't like doing that because I don't catch everything, But if it's like a movie I've seen before, yeah, like I just love having something on in the background that I've seen before.
Yeah, I loved it too, man. Especially days where I'm like, I just want to shoot myself.
Yeah, which is every day.
I hate this place. Get the comic book.
Yes.
All right. So next week's a big week. Next week. Next week's going to be a banger. We are going to review. Our main feature will be 28 years later. That hopefully answers the question: what happened to 28 months? I want to find out. And so yeah, really excited. That's in theaters. You can start seeing it on Thursday, so that's going to be awesome. And you guys are awesome.
Jurassic
Before
Park,
we
July
leave,
2nd.
July 2nd. Oh, just in time for isn't 4th of July like on a Friday this year?
Probably.
Yes,
Ooh.
it is. It is.
Oh, that's awesome. 3-day
I
weekend.
also, before we get out of here, I have to say I love how we have guests on when we watch movies like this. Not 28 years later, not something big. Like with Laurel, it's a Tubi movie. With Tim, it's a iPad shitter movie.
Well,
It's
here's the
never
deal.
theatrical.
I was going to wait till we shut the cameras up, and I was going to say, Tim, if you want to come back next week for 28 years later to talk about something like, woo, you're
don't
always
think
welcome.
I'm going to make it to a theater this week.
And that's why I didn't do it live, because I didn't want to be turned down in front of everybody. Now I'm humiliated.
Yeah.
It's the Dick's conversation, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right, Megan 2. Think about that one. Then you got 2 weeks of that.
Or
Because
Jurassic
I
Park.
need someone on my side.
Jurassic Park.
Or Jurassic Park. I'm lobbying for a Jurassic Park episode.
Look, Jurassic Park, Tim, I will meet you and go see it together.
Let's go.
Probably will not be spoken of on this show, but it's okay.
I'm going to see Jurassic Park in the theater.
Yeah,
Got to.
I'm gonna watch it on a flip phone.
In direct sunlight.
Exactly. At the pool. Oh, all right, everybody. It was a fun night, and we will see you all next week.
Bye.
Yeah.